Hello Cheeky Monkey, I am Kat and this is our usual Wednesday quickie. Today's short session has been designed to help you get rid of your lower back pain, something very common. Do this session every day and I promise you will start feeling better. Now prepare a thick book, a blanket and maybe a few pillows, they might come handy. Also, if you don't have a yoga mat, please make sure that you are on a non-slippery ground, so maybe a carpet. Let's get started. So first, child pose. I leave it up to you whether you want to keep your knees together or separately and leave your torso either in between your knees or on your thighs. Your hands can be in front of you or alongside your torso and your legs. Now, if for whatever reason this doesn't feel comfortable because you have tight hips, tight back, or maybe bigger breasts or bigger belly, please grab a few pillows and place them underneath your torso. This should help. Relax your face and feel the first gentle stretch in your back. Focus on your breath. Now place one or two of your thick books in front of you. Place your elbows on top of them and make a little shark fin. Try to place your thumbs as close to your back as possible. The closer your elbows, the better the stretch for your shoulders. This move also stretches your tricep. Relax your face and breathe. On the next inhale, move your head up, move the book away and come to the tabletop position. Hips right above your knees, shoulders above your wrists. On inhale, look up and collapse in your back. On exhale, look at your thighs and arch your back like an angry cat. We call it cat and cow poses. Repeat a few times. Inhale up, exhale down. We do it to gently warm up your spine. Now get ready for our next pose. On the exhale, please come to downward facing dog. Don't worry about putting your heels on the ground and keeping your legs straight. This is not the point today. Today we're focusing on your back. So I want you to spread your fingers wide. Place your index finger parallel to each other. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and towards your tailbone, and pull your tailbone to the sky as if someone was grabbing your tail and pulling it up to the sky. And pedal a bit with your feet, straighten one leg, straighten the other, and feel the stretch in your hips. Elbows straight and push strongly with your palms, with your hands into the mat. Press into the mat, especially with the bases of your index fingers. Relax your neck, relax your face. You can even make a loud exhale. You can make a horse sound. Whatever works, just release, release, release. Remember, keep your knees bent. Today, it's not about straight legs and heels to the mat. Now, on the next exhale, place your right leg in front of you. If your hips are very tight, please grab a book or a few books and place them underneath your front leg. Very important, keep both of your feet active, especially the front leg. You want to flex it so the toes are pointing towards the front of your mat. This is to protect your knee and generally make the pose more active. Another very important thing is don't lean too much into your front hip, into your right hip. Try to keep your hips square, meaning your hip bones are more or less on the same height. This way you will get a perfect stretch not only in your right outer hip but also in your left groin. This way you are also stretching your iliopsoas, which are the muscles that go from your hips to your lower back and are very often responsible for your lower back pain if they're not treated well. Another important tip is the closer your heel is to your crotch, the easier it feels. The more forward it is, the harder it is, like the bigger stretch you're getting. Now, if it's available to you, please try leaning forward and resting on your forearms. If that doesn't feel good, just go back to the previous position. Relax your neck, relax your face, and breathe. Breathe deeply. On the inhale, come up, move the book away, and on the exhale, enter downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your back, pedal or bounce, whatever works. On the next exhale, move your left leg forward. Remember to flex your foot, and if you want less of a stretch, place your heel closer to your crotch. If you want bigger stretch, place your foot more forward. If you need a book, place it underneath your hip. Keep your back leg active. The foot is pushing, pressing into the mat, into the floor, and try to keep your hips square. We call this pose a hip opener because it opens, it stretches our hips, and it's called pigeon pose, which is a variation of a more complex pose called one-legged king pigeon pose, which sounds majestic as hell. And in one-legged king pigeon pose, you would grab your back leg and bring your foot towards your head. So as you can tell, this pose is great preparation for back bends, but it also prepares your body, your knees and your hips for postures like lotus pose. Again, if it's available to you or you want to try it, try to lean forward and rest on your forearms. Again, relax your neck, relax your face. You can make a loud exhale and just relax, just melt into the pose. Stay here for a few more seconds and breathe. On the next inhale, look up, move the book away, and on exhale, enter downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs and your back. And on next exhale, drop into Yogi squat, also known as Malasana. If your heels are not touching the ground, then please either roll your mat and sit on your mat, or grab a blanket, thick blanket, and place it underneath your heels. The point is to get your elbows to your knees and get a nice stretch of your inner hips. At the same time, you want to keep your back nice and long. Imagine that someone is pulling you by the top of your head towards the sky, so the spine is nice and long. This pose is excellent for keeping your lower back healthy, so I recommend to drop into this squat, into this deep squat whenever you can. Seriously, in the bathroom or during your lunch break when no one's watching, or maybe when people are watching if you don't care, but do it as often as possible throughout the day and you will start feeling the difference. On the next inhale, remove your blanket or roll out the mat, grab a book, and on exhale, lie down on your back and place your book underneath your tailbone. So it's important, it's not underneath your lower back, it's underneath your tailbone. You can bring your hands up above your head or just along the torso, along your legs, and relax. The higher the book, the bigger the stretch, but we're going for a mild one, so I would recommend keeping it mellow. Relax completely, relax your face, relax your belly muscles, relax your legs, and just sink into the pose. On your next inhale, bend your knees and remove the book and stay here with your bent knees, feet on the ground for a few seconds. You want to give your spine time to readjust to a new position. Now on the next exhale, bring your knees to your chest, hug them in and start making a little cradle. So swing from left side to the right, from right to the left. Keep it gentle, it's a very gentle back massage. It's also a little counter pose to the tiny back bend we've just done. When you are ready, release your legs, roll to a side, and slowly on the inhale, come up to a seated pose. That's it! Well done, you! High five for showing up for yourself. I'm so proud of you. And if you want more videos, I release them every Wednesday. I call them Wednesday quickies because they're usually quite shorter than usual classes. And yeah, I hope to see you around. Bye bye.